Susie Snowflake, dressed in that nutty snow white gown. Tap, tap, tapping on that window pane.
To tell you
she's in town. Hey, everybody. Happy holidays. No, it's not snowing, but happy holidays from Channel 16 and Comcast. I'm Dave Innes, joined with my good pal and fellow Hammond Holiday Parade color commentator,
John Walensky.
John, how are you, pal?
I'm doing quite well, sir. How are you doing?
Real good. I cannot believe that it has been a year since we have been doing this.
I know, it's something that I look forward to.
Yeah, and you know what? Really. And the weather has really been cooperative. And a lot has happened since last year. We have a new mayor starting at the first of the year, Mayor-elect Tom McDermott. And John has actually started teaching in school. You want to let our audience know how that's going?
Yeah, actually, I just finished up my student teaching semester at Gavitt High School.
Very nice. And how's that going?
Lovely bunch of kids. It went really well.
We have a whole lot going on today, and we're going to real quickly run through the 69 parade participants. We'll take about 10 apiece, and I'm sorry, since there's 69, you're going to get shorted on the last one, or I'm going to get shorted, but I'm sorry. First of all, we have American Legion 508, the color guard, followed by a bunch of Hammond police cars, the traditional black and white police cars, Hammond SWAT van, Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, our Hammond Police Chief John Corey, followed by representatives from the Hammond Fire Department and Chief Marty Del Rio.
Following Marty Del Rio, we have the Grand Marshal of the parade, Rusty the Rail Cat. Then the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities will be following. Councilwoman at Large, Kathleen
Pasalic, I want to say. Yeah, you were wondering about that, weren't you?
I thought it was a hard C. And then we will have Hammond City Court Graffiti Van will be on. The Gavitt Middle School cheerleaders will be following. Golden Gate Tap / Dodo's Tap / Howard's.
I'm thinking that's a group, yeah. It's a collaboration float. It has to be.
That it is a lovely float. The following them will be Ronald McDonald and the Cub Scout Pack 240, and then the Gavitt High School Pom Squad, and then
Centier Bank, Hammond Tech Appreciation Society. Hi to Jughead. He's always at Hammond Tech Appreciation Society. I'll let you know when we see him. Then we have Central Hammond Democratic Club and Mayor-elect, starting at the first of the year, Tom McDermott Jr., followed by the Gavitt High School Marching Band, Girl Scouts Rainbow's End. Hey, my daughter's in that organization. The Post-Tribune, Scott Middle School Cheerleaders, Scott Middle School Student Council, Purdue Calumet, and the Hammond Hawks, Pop Warner.
You went to Purdue Calumet, is that right?
Yes, I did, as did you.
Yes.
83 graduate. You graduated in
alumnus.
800 years ago, didn't you?
No, it was
2 years ago.
97.
Yeah, great. Glad to hear that.
Then we will have Hammond Hawks cheerleaders. Bob's Auto will follow. The Sunburst Pageant will be on next.
When that happens, I have a little bit of info about that Sunburst Pageant.
Did somebody make us fudge? Is that right?
You know, someone made us fudge, and it's right here. It is tremendous. The Sunburst Pageant has Samantha Press. She's a 3-time winner of, now you're not going to believe this, of the Sunburst Pageant.
Really?
She attends Scott Middle School, as does my daughter Lauren. She's a member of the National Junior Honor Society, the Student Council, U.S. Steel Wildlife Habitat Team, and Uniquely Me. That's a Girl Scout program.
Is involved in so many.
I'm telling you.
What is her name again?
Her name is Samantha Press. At press time, that is her name, Samantha Press. Back to you, John.
We will have the Girl Scouts Winding Rivers. St. Margaret's Mercy Healthcare will have a float. Then Morton High School Marching Band.
My good pal Joshua Mosca is in the Morton High School Marching Band, which, incidentally, or would it be who? I'm not sure who or which. The Morton High School Marching Band was the first time ever in the Chicago Thanksgiving Day Parade this year. Kind of cool on live TV, kind of like we are.
Horseshoe Casino will be following, Cub Scout Pack 232. Then Riley Rose's Dance Team.
Roses is in quote.
Yes.
For some reason.
I'm not sure what that means.
And then we have the Riley Elementary Cheerleaders. I probably took that one from you.
Well, it's all right.
We have the Hammond Robotics team, and my good pal Daryl Noble from Concordia Lutheran Church. He's our church president. He slipped this to us that the School City of Hammond's Beatty Machine Robotics team, they are the only They are the most award-winning robotic team in the world.
Is that right?
Hammond's robotic team, absolutely. They're three-time national champs, and as I mentioned, the most award-winning robotic team in the world. And this program, the whole robotics team program, is encouraging science and technology at the high school level. And the cool thing about that is in elementary school, they can learn to do Lego robotics, which is really cool, as well as in middle school. And then they can progress to the big Hammond robotics, which are those big robots that shoot baskets and hoops and stuff like that.
I think that the robotics team is a really good thing for the students. I had a student that I was teaching that was on the robotics team. Young Tim Polka was a robotics man.
Very cool. This program is called First Robotics. An interesting thing, the same inventor of this tournament that's coming up, this robotics tournament, he invented the Segway, which is the human transporter. It kind of looks like the old push lawnmowers. I got to ride one of those. Mayor Delo has ridden one. Lori has ridden one. Lori Delo.
Those are sweeping the country.
It's very cool.
On the way over here.
It's very cool. So back to you, John. Oh, no, is it still me? Sorry, geez. The Hessville Vipers, Pops Warner is going to follow the Hammond Robotics team, followed by the Vipers cheerleaders, Smith Motors, Boy Scout Troop 280, Hammond Parks Department, the Calumet Clowns, always a favorite here at Channel 16, Hammond High School Marching Band, and then their cheerleaders, Boy Scouts Troop 205, and the Hessville Business Association.
Following the Hessville Business Association, we have Harding Elementary Chorus, the Hammond Chiefs Baseball Club, Olympia Lanes, Hammond Recycling, Michelle's Dance again. Then Harrah's Casino, the Young Champions / Cheer America, Tiger Plumbing, and the Horace Mann High School Marching Band.
Maywood Elementary Palm Squad is next, followed by staff from the YMCA, Ultimate Jazz Dance Company, the Holiday Parade Volunteers, which you cannot have a parade without volunteers, like all the Channel 16 volunteers that are giving you this coverage now, John and I being two of them at least. We have Siempre Caliente. How's that for Spanish?
Siempre Caliente.
Do you know what that means, by the way?
Means always hot.
Ooh.
I remember it because it describes Carlos Godinez.
Absolutely. Carlos, we love you. How are you? Performance Limousine, the float with Mr. C himself, Santa Claus, and then Streets and Sanitation to close the parade. Now, all of these...
brilliant, don't you think?
Well, as if there's anything left over. Absolutely.
After everybody's scattered candy.
The street sweepers, really.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
It's brilliant.
The great thing about the Hammond Holiday Parade, this is John and it's his and my... John and I have been doing this for, there's our third year.
This is our fourth year.
Fourth year. Unbelievable. In fact, when we started doing this, John had just got engaged, I believe.
That's true.
And you're still married to the same woman, which is great. Very nice.
In fact, I know we do a number of shows on the channel. One is the Psychic TV, which you host.
That's a crazy thing.
I had an opportunity to host it in your stead.
Thanks very much.
So I wanted to let you know, if you weren't watching it, the Psychic said it's time for you to get married.
You know what? It's crazy.
This may entail a move to Utah.
It's funny because if they were really as accurate, I want to say, as a lot of people think they are, and they are. It's purely entertainment, though, from my personal standpoint. They'd already know that I've been married for 13 years. So maybe go to Utah. Yeah, maybe go to Utah. Yeah. They filmed it, yeah. When, why not? You know, John, the parade started from Gavitt High School. It's going down 175th Street to Indianapolis, which is at now, and it's going to go to Woodmar Mall. Let's talk real quickly to Pastor Swanson before the parade gets to us. Pastor, you can stand right here. How are you? We're zooming out. Pastor Swanson is the pastor at Christ Lutheran Church, which is right here. They always give us the power and the warming shelters. How are you, and what is your capacity here today?
Fine, thank you. Nice to be here, and good to have you here taping this, and it's going to be live, as it is now, and then it's going to be rerun, I know. Fine, we're looking forward to the parade. One of the biggest ones, quite frankly, 69 units today, about 1,250 roughly people taking part. I don't remember how many floats without going through the entire thing, but we're looking forward to a big and exciting parade. And the weather's been decent, huh? We didn't have the snow from yesterday. I thought maybe we would.
It's absolutely great. Now, you are also the master of ceremonies, the head honcho here, and one of the judges, or no?
No, I'm not a judge. The judges are Dr. Howard Cohn from Purdue Calumet, the chancellor, and Dr. Jerry Watkins, who's new superintendent of public schools here in Hammond, and Phil Talon, who is one of the officers, branch manager, I believe it is, with Bank Calumet. So they're here. Phil was a judge last year, so he's kind of guiding the other two who are new and neophytes. But we're looking forward to them doing a good job.
As you said, the weather is really, really lucked out. And could you just, as a pastor of Christ Lutheran, could you say a real quick prayer and blessing for Comcast coverage today, because we will be rebroadcasting this tomorrow at 7 and then Monday at 9 p.m.
That's great. Well, blessings to you, and we're grateful you're here.
Thanks, Pastor Swanson.
We want to give a quick thanks, though, to Altamay Blink. She's off to the side here. She was going to say, oh, no, you don't want to, but we need to mention her because she has taken the responsibility of convening the committee. Done a great job. It's really pretty much together, and we can hear that they're coming down the road. You can probably hear the sirens.
Here they come.
Thanks, Pastor. Thanks, Altamay. And in fact, her name was on every one of these copies. So thanks, Altamay. And her color is the colors that she's wearing is very reminiscent of Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So
yeah, it's a real pleasure to work with the City of Hammond. It's great.
thanks very much. We'll see you guys at the
Happy
platform.
holidays to everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Pastor.
your hospitality, sir.
Okay, as Pastor Swanson said, the parade is starting. We have a lot of Hammond's police bicycle patrol out there in full force. John, they can actually go where police vehicles cannot, which is kind of neat.
It is. It's very interesting if there is a suspect proceeding on foot, perhaps down the bike trails, you would send a bike cop.
There you go. Down the bike trails, send the bike cop. We are bringing you this live as we do every year. I thought it was only 3 years that we've been doing this, but John said it's been 4, so it's been 4 really good years. There is a vicious rumor going around that John Walensky may move out of this area, I hear, but that you'll still fly in from Vegas or something to do this color commentary with me every year.
This parade is.
That means a lot to me, John.
It's important to me, and I think it's important to Hammond.
Yeah, as I mentioned to Pastor Swanson and to you, our viewing audience at home, we will be rebroadcasting this Saturday evening at 7 p.m. as well as 9 o'clock on Monday evening. So thanks for watching, and if you're at home, baking the Christmas cookies or wrapping all of the Christmas presents or doing your shopping, get home as soon as you can so you can watch this.
Absolutely, this is something worthwhile to watch. Something I'm happy to be part of.
All of our Hammond police vehicles as well as our fire vehicles are actually in Hammond because of our gaming dollars. Anything that we need equipment-wise for the fire department as well as our police department, not only vehicles but equipment as well, it's all paid for through the gaming revenue that we have in Hammond. So it's a good thing that we have that. It also pays for our streets, our curbs, our sidewalks, and a lot of other infrastructure improvements.
That's true, Dave.
That was a real good comment. John, you can always chirp in or interrupt me while I'm talking, but we have a long list. As Pastor Swanson said, this is the biggest parade that we've had so
I know.
far, the Hammond
It just
Holiday
keeps
Parade.
getting better, too.
Yeah.
Last year, I thought they couldn't possibly top it because it was a fantastic parade with fantastic entries and fantastic floats. But this year, from what I've seen, it may one up last year's.
We hear a lot of the sirens in the background. They are the traditional black and whites, as you can see right there. They even have the dashboard light. They have all dashboard cameras now. Later on, we're going to be seeing our special weapons and tactics unit. But it's great because it's great to have all these great vehicles, and that it doesn't come out of taxpayer money. We have a lot of people bundled up and
See
ready
the
to,
children, very excited to get some candy.
Those
They've
are
got
the
their little
leftover
bags.
plastic bags from Halloween and from the 4th of July parade that we have here, the Hessville Little League Parade. There's a lot of parades going on in Hammond all the time, but this is actually the end of the year parade, the Hammond Holiday Parade, and it's the big Christmas blowout, if you will. So we're glad that everybody's here and enjoying things. And as Pastor Swanson said, Altamay Blink, who did to get this whole thing together, and all of the other Hammond Holiday Parade volunteers. John, I'm real quickly before we cut to our other cameras. Your wife's probably not watching this right now. What did you have in mind to get her for Christmas?
I haven't really decided yet. I want her to cook more, so I was thinking about getting her a cooking set.
Yeah.
Possibly a vacuum cleaner. She needs to vacuum up more, I think. Something that will make her do more and more of her wifely duties is what I was thinking.
Very nice. I'll get back to you what I'm getting my wife. But we have a lot of the sirens coming. Now, last year we heard sirens and they sounded very close. There are our motorcycle police right there and our bicycle patrol officers. We heard sirens and they sounded very close last year. And in fact, they were actually towing John and my car out of illegally parked zones. So we appreciate.
Now we have VIP parking. Did you get the VIP parking?
I did get that, but you are for some reason closer.
Well,
a occasionally we're going to go to the stage because they're going to be performing the Pomcats, the cheerleaders, the bands, and all that other stuff. But here we have American Legion 508 Color Guard, and it's great that they're all here because everybody needs to be proud to be Americans, especially after the unfortunate tragedy and events of 9/11. But it's great that everybody is represented here. And in the background, John, can you see that big SWAT truck?
I can. That's if you see the SWAT truck, there's trouble somewhere. I do agree that the American Legion Color Guard is a great thing to start the parade off with.
Yeah, there are many, and this is just a small representation of our police vehicles and equipment that we have here, followed by the fire department. SWAT, incidentally, Special Weapons and Tactics. I know, John, you were probably too young when that TV show was on.
They made a movie of the TV show.
Did you see the movie by any chance? Well, at the very end in the movie, the original Hondo character that Samuel Jackson played in the TV show, Steve Forrest, he was actually driving the van at the end, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, he was about 98 years old, but it was kind of neat that he was there. But all of our vehicles are there. I'm thinking that
looks like an undercover car.
That's actually Tony Vaccari is who that is. He's one of our reserve police right there. He's a good pal of mine. As a lot of you can never have too many
police friends.
Nice? There are color guard, as I said, the American Legion 508 color guard, and many police vehicles. I'd like to say a special thanks and hello to Rob Schultz, our public access coordinator here, for being the brains behind this whole operation.
Absolutely,
the technical
this is not something we can do without him.
Our traditional black and white vehicles are kind of Mayberry-like, but anything state-of-the-art Hammond has when it comes to it. There's Chief John Corey's police expedition is what it is. And Chief John Corey has done a whole lot for the city. He was one of our original members, the head honcho of our tactical unit at one time.
Yes, I remember that. Now, he has not been the chief for a very long period of time. Is that right?
No, but we hope that does continue in the years to come because he's a really good guy. He's been on the mayor's call-in show various times, and he's a real good guy, as is our fire chief, Chief Marty Del Rio, that we'll be talking about a little bit later. It's great that all of these kids can participate.
Absolutely.
Too,
I hope that child hasn't been arrested.
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to our good pal, Officer Fryer, Officer John Muta, all the guys that I know, and Officer Andrews. And as John said, you can never have too many cop friends, especially around the holidays.
It's the truth. Sometimes people go out, they drink a little eggnog, you know?
Yeah, it's great. What a cute little Christmas hat right there, and they're having a real good time driving and throwing out candy at the same time. Any and all information about the other award-winning programs that are on Channel 16, that can be accessed by calling 852-4724, 852-4724.
Or you could visit our website.
Yeah, do we have a website?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, never mind.
There probably is somewhere, but yeah, 852-4724. A lot of people get other cable providers, and when they do that, or satellite dishes.
Satellite.
And that's fine. That's your choice. That's fine and dandy. But when you do that, you lose local programming like the Hammond Holiday Parade, like
this
we're
is
doing
one of the things that you miss.
Showing off our DARE officers right there, the DARE officer children. It's great that we have them all represented. It's great that they have lights even on their side mirrors. I think is kind of cool, John.
Here comes the fire department.
Yeah, our fire department is second to none. The Survive Alive house that we have at the former Hammond Tech building, which is now the Area Career Center. John, if you've never been there, it teaches kids fire safety, stop, dropping, and rolling. It's kind of like a whole neighborhood in there.
I have seen the public access coverage of that. It looks fascinating.
It's kind of neat. There's
really
a phone booth, there's streets. In fact, there was a hostage situation that we did there for the police department, and it's really cool. There is our SWAT van, Special Weapons and Tactics. A lot of people didn't even know that Hammond had a SWAT team, but they do repelling, they do the concussion grenades, they do everything like a SWAT team would do. And there, as John said, our Hammond Fire Department coming up. We are bringing you this live coverage. Hi, how you doing? Happy holidays from Channel 16. We're bringing you this live coverage as we have for the last 4 years.
This is Judge Jeffrey A. Harkin. This is Community Service Program.
Now, John, what that is, a lot of people have to put in, obviously, for criminal reasons, I guess, for not being good boys, good girls. They have to put in community service hours. So what Judge Jeffrey Harkin does, he actually puts them to work cleaning up graffiti in the area.
That is is a great idea.
Yeah, shoveling snow maybe. Cleaning
Pay
up,
for your crimes by doing something positive for the community.
Absolutely, and they gotta do those community service hours some way. So why not spend them in a way to better the community? So Judge Jeffrey Harkin and Henry Boyda, hats off to you and happy holidays here from Channel 16. I'm telling you, John, we have a brand new monitor this year. John and I, when we're looking down, we're not really looking at anything other than our monitor. It's looking great. We have great, and there's my good pal Bruce Williams from Parks Department walking away there. Bruce, how are you? Happy holidays, my friend. You know, John, whenever you were a kid, I'm sure that you kind of really respected the men in blue.
Absolutely, I wanted to be a fireman.
Yep, a lot of people. Our Central Fire Station always has an annual open house in October. This year, incidentally, they had a fire safety poster contest, and all the school kids in Hammond could submit designs. And ironically, my 7-year-old at the time, Joshua Innes from Morton Elementary, his poster won the winning design, and they're going to actually
I know that. They revealed that on your time. I was really proud of him.
Hey, while these guys, there's my good pal Mike Wimmer too. Could you let our audience know about the program that you host Wednesday nights called Your Time? It's a program that literally anybody can be on, doing or saying whatever they want for 5 minutes live on TV.
That's exactly right, Dave. It's a show called Your Time, and anyone who wants to can be on television for 5 minutes, doing or saying whatever it is they'd like to do or say on live television. There we see the Grand Marshal of the parade, Rusty the Rail Cat, the mascot for the Hammond Railcats.
Yes, he is. And we have our other emergency vehicles represented there. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to cut to the stage periodically to let everybody perform and then be judged. I guess they're going to be judging on floats, on performances, and a whole lot of other things. Yeah, that show, Your Time, that you were talking about, that show has been on quite a long time.
Oh, absolutely.
John took the reins of hosting duties from yours truly, and it's I think it keeps getting better and better.
You don't. In my view, you don't host the show. You kind of just steward the show.
How's coming the Grand Marshal?
There's our Grand Marshal, Rusty. So, as John was saying.
You will recognize, of course, Rusty the Rail Cat. If you've not been out to the steel yard, you really want to go.
That's got to be the warmest costume right there. Somebody pulled his tail. It's great that Rusty's here, and Pastor Swanson behind us also mentioned Fire Chief Marty Del Rio, another good guy, another good positive for the city of Hammond.
Dave, I thought you told me you were the Grand Marshal.
No, you know what? They've always wanted me to be Grand Marshal for some reason. But if I was Grand Marshal, I really couldn't do these hosting duties with you. Now, that red convertible in the background, it's leading me to think that it's probably Kathy Pasalic, but we're going to wait till it gets up there to be sure.
So, I can't read that. This is possibly the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities.
Yeah, and it's actually a Parks Department van. If it is the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities, every year there's a Mayor's Commission on Disabilities breakfast, and awards are actually handed out for people with disabilities. There's Bob Schultz writing in the back. He's actually on the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities.
Is that in relation to Rob Schultz?
No, it isn't. It's spelled completely differently. I think this is an SCHULTZ or something.
So
but
that
anyway,
means they're enemies.
No, they're not.
No,
but the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities recognizes and gives those people in our area with disabilities, gives them a chance to be productive and to be on the workforce. Bob Schultz, for example, is actually the guy that does inter-office mail for all the departments in the city of Hammond. So it's great that we have a commission like that, and it's great that they're recognized every year at the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities breakfast. That is Kathy Pasalic.
That is a fantastic car.
Councilwoman at large, and she's with one of the Calumet Clowns, who I believe is a relative of hers.
Is that right?
But I'm not absolutely certain, because you never want to give a clown's alias, their their alter ego credit. But there they are, Kathleen Pasalic. She is Judge Jeffrey Harkin's wife, which is kind of nice. You know, graffiti removal. And then we have a councilwoman at large, so it's great. We are here live at Christ Lutheran Church, bringing you live coverage of the Hammond Holiday Parade 2003 edition, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Ennis, joined with my good pal John Walensky, and there's councilwoman at large Kathy Pasalic.
I was just thinking that it would be funny, if it were a relative, but then she never took off her clown makeup. Like if she goes to Thanksgiving, she's still wearing a clown makeup.
Yeah, you know what? And that's absolutely
As a family,
true.
They would argue about that.
They would argue about that. And then what would she wear on Halloween? She wouldn't have to wear anything on Halloween because she'd be right there. So there's Kathleen Pasalic, and a proud member of the Calumet Clowns. The Calumet Clowns have been featured on Channel 16 quite a few times. Now we have coming up here the
These are the Gavitt Middle School cheerleaders.
and I'm thinking they're going to be performing in all those blue and gold. Those are the colors, I believe, of Gavitt Middle School, and they're going to be performing. So once they start performing, John and I are going to take a break and watch it and enjoy it like everybody else. They're setting things up. John, what do you think they're going to be dancing to?
I'm not sure, but I do remember whenever I'd leave Gavitt, they would be in the foyer kind of practicing. So.
Oh, really cool. Yeah, they're setting up, and once the music starts, we're going to cut to the stage, and it's starting right now, so I think we should cut to the stage right now. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Look at their hair. It's all the same. Oh my.
Hey, Emily!
Wait, where's the car? Oh, in the back.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas, you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. Oh, I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I will make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer play. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby, oh, all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring? Wanna really need? Won't you please come, baby, to meet me here? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas
We're back, everybody. I'm telling you, I wasn't kidding when I said Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. But that was exactly the song. And John, who teaches at Gavitt, was saying that he always saw them practicing when you were leaving every day, which is
faculty,
great.
I can say that I can testify to how hard they were working to.
You know, these all of these entrants that our guests are going to be performing, as well as all the floats and everything, they're going to be judged, and then later on they're going to be they're going to all be headed down to Woodmar Mall for prizes and awards and all that other stuff. So this is Dan Repay, who is elected council person for the city of Hammond. I believe
stopped by your time.
Yeah, and remember Ed Repay, the father that always used to do the Ed Repay show. So Dan Repay got elected. Congratulations, Dan. He takes over, I believe, in the 5th district for Kathy Kazmierzak. I believe that is this district right here. So Dan Repay, congratulations. And
there was Ronald McDonald.
There's Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald is all over the place, and he is quite the magician too. Now there is Michael Jordan. He is our new communications officer.
Michael Jordan?
For not the Michael Jordan, but there's Ronald McDonald. But the guy we saw earlier in the stocking cap was Michael Jordan. He's our new communications officer for the police department. So that's kind of neat. Ronald McDonald. He is quite the magician, and he's always happy. I've never seen a clown that's happier than Ronald McDonald. And a lot of times at all the McDonald's around here, he'll be there. All of a sudden, he'll just pop in out of the clear blue.
He's got to check up on his employees.
And there's that Dodo's Tap and Golden Gate Tap we were talking about, as well as Howard's. So that is the group tap. I wonder if when a member of that organization passes away, if they play taps, you know?
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it's great that Lance Titter is here. Jared, we have Georgine Petrosky.
Rich Buckler.
Rich Buckler, and Lance Titter we mentioned, as well as one of my good pals, Bobby Trail.
Yes.
She's always a trooper.
Special young lady.
Happy holidays from Golden Gate, Dodo's, and Howard's Tap, everybody. Eggnog is always a favorite around the holidays for the Walensky's and the Innes household. So we're glad. Yeah, make sure that when you do get all this candy, if you're watching at home, it looks like there's a zillion people here. Well, there actually are, because the weather has been very cooperative. Make sure you leave room for everybody.
Here comes Cub Scout Pack 240.
Yeah, the Cub Scouts, the Girl Scouts, they're very good programs and organizations for kids of all ages. There's daisies, there's brownies, there's regular Girl Scouts, and there's Weeblos for Cub Scouts. Are the Weeblos the first or something?
No, the Weebelos are the last of the
It's the Weebelos is what they are?
Yeah, that's what I call
Okay.
I think it was the wolf, then the bear, then the Weebelo.
Okay,
which is
they're performing. Let's listen to them right now. Christmas from Cub Scouts. Is it really? Tell me the truth.
Cub Pack 240. Folks, we're going to ask you one more time, behind the barricades, or I'm going to have the people come and make you move. Please go back behind the barricades. That includes all of you. I understand, but you need to be behind.
Teacher at Gavitt. So, as far as what I'm getting, well, that's true, really. As far as what I'm getting,
Gavitt High School Pom Squad now about to come before you.
Christmas. I really don't even want to divulge that because she may be watching. But here are the Gavitt High School Pom Squad. And I'm looking forward to that. They're lining up, and as soon as we hear the music starting, we are going to go to that right now. In fact, I think they're getting ready to start right now, John. So let's go to the stage, John. And
Gavitt High School dance team under the direction of Janet Olson.
dance team.
They've gone from showing school spirit to holiday spirit,
That
ladies
was
and gentlemen.
very cool. You know, right behind them, John, was a horse and buggy. I want to say that's the Central Hammond
No,
that's the Centier Bank.
Centier Bank.
That's very cool. They had horse and buggies in Hammond.
One horse, open sleigh.
Ladies and gentlemen, a one-horse open sleigh. Now, following them, we have some people waving and stuff, but it's great that Centier Bank's here, and that's kind of a really good way to get around. It's the traditional way to get around the holidays. And
Well, they may get a ticket if they try to do
there's
that.
a
It's not
newly elected Tom McDermott Jr. Taking the oath of office starting in January 2004. Congratulations, Tom, on a award-winning
Sir,
campaign.
You have our best wishes.
His slogan during the campaign was the right priorities. So we all, whether you voted for him or not, we need to support our mayor, Tom McDermott Jr., taking the oath of office January 2004. The right priorities continuing to move Hammond in the right direction. So Tom McDermott Jr., congratulations, and we hope to do a lot of coverage for you in the next 4 years on Channel 16. So good going, Tom Jr. And there's food for less. I don't know if you knew that, John, but that is a division of Kroger's. When would you have ever thought that Kroger's would ever come to Hammond?
I think the Food for Less is that one kid.
Yeah, Food for Less is actually a division of Kroger's.
Oh, I see.
which
They're
is-
sponsoring.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they are sponsoring the Gabbett High School marching band. So let's go to them right now.
Step forward, we'll sponsor the Donald E. Gavitt Marching Band under the leadership of Director John Trimmel.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Gabbett High School marching band, and they were absolutely tremendous. John even knew a couple of them.
Yeah, they were followed by the flag group. I
Yeah.
can say this now that I am no longer a student teaching there.
Yeah.
That one of my favorite students, my star pupils,
Hold that
Julia
mic a little bit
Ariza.
closer, thanks.
Yeah. Julia Ariza.
Gavitt High School Band and Flag Corps.
Yeah, John was saying how there's some really cool show-off drum guys there. What was that about?
I can't remember the name of the group, but they were like 5 or 6 drum kids that they would do fancy stuff on the drums, and they'd tell jokes while they were
Yeah,
drumming.
it's great. He had like 5 or 6 drums in front of him, and he was crossing his arms, which is kind of
Absolutely.
cool. We have, I believe this is the Rainbow's End. If we have, no, I am not certain. Are they?
I think so.
I
They
believe
dressed
this
up
is
like little
the
Christmas
Girl
trees.
Scout
Look at them.
Rainbow's End Girl Scout troop, and my daughter is a member of that Girl Scouts for a lot of years, and it's great. Like we mentioned the Boy Scouts earlier. Oh, it's Gavitt. And there was Gavitt Middle School band that we just saw, but behind them is the Girl Scout Rainbow's End. There's Mary Jean, a good pal of mine, and Rhonda Warren and Virginia Heflin and all these other cool Girl Scout leaders that I know and love. There's a couple real nice small packages right there, John. You know, good things come in, big things come in small packages. Let's listen to them right now.
Faster. After entry number 27, everybody's out of order. Don't go up by that sheet. How many inches?
Okay, everybody, that was Rainbow's End, neighborhood Girl Scout group of the Calumet Council. John, I had the privilege of actually emceeing a Girl Scout fashion show fundraiser.
Is that right?
A couple days ago. You know how many times they had asked me to do that?
I would say only once.
One time is all they had. You know, in the background, you can probably hear him now. I mentioned Jughead earlier.
Yes, yes.
These are still the Girl Scout Rainbows End Girl Scout troop that we were talking about. But coming up is the Hammond Tech Appreciation Society. And there's little snowflakes, little Christmas trees, little Santa hats. At least they're all keeping warm, which is great. There's Jughead in the background.
Yes. Now, this is a gentleman that thinks that Hammond Tech is still a viable school. Is that okay?
Yeah, and he's still working on his diploma, actually. No.
Good. Well, we can wish him the best.
Hammond Tech Appreciation Society, my good pal from the WTV Broadcast Network, Anthony Diaz. He's a Hammond Tech alumni.
And for some reason, they decided to give him a megahorn.
Yeah, and Jughead has, I think he has a grandkid. There's Jughead right there. He has a grandkid at Morton Elementary where my son goes. So let's listen to him for a little bit.
It must tear him apart that his grandkid is not going to Hammond Tech.
No, yeah, but you know what? But they're still using the building. I mentioned it's the area career center now, and there's the various tech tigers over the years. They've gone different incarnations. They've even looked like Tony the Tiger. They've looked like Tigger, but they are the official tech tigers. And there's a lot of people in that Hammond Tech Appreciation Society, John.
State basketball champs, as you might remember.
And who do we have next year? Lauren goes there. They're going to be cheerleading here. The traditional Bears colors of blue and gold, blue and orange, I mean. You know how you keep a bear out of your campground, by the way?
I don't know.
You put up a goalpost.
Marshmallows?
You put up a goalpost. Because you'll never see him there. Anyway, the Scott Middle School cheerleaders are going to come up, and as soon as they line up and as soon as the music starts, we're going to be cutting to them. But I'd like to say a special happy holidays to Rob Schultz for doing all this cool stuff with Georgine and Bobby and Rich and Jared and everybody. It's really starting to come down a little bit now, John. It's great that we have hats on, but I'm worried about our equipment. And we have another float here from the Harris. Okay, we're going to go to the cheerleaders right now. Let's go to them right now.
Waiting for Santa to arrive, and all the love will show, 'cause everybody knows it's Christmas time, and all the kids will see the gifts under the tree. It's the best time of year for the family. It's a wonderful feeling, yeah. The room from the floor to the ceiling. It's that time of year. Christmas time is here, and with the blessings from above, God sends you His love, and everything's okay. Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. Oh yeah. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday.
All right, Scott Middle School. Scott Middle School cheerleaders, followed by Scott Middle School Student Council.
Probably, but it's great that they're represented. Scott Middle School, the Scott Scorpions is who they are. And here is the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce. My good pal Joe Casina at the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce. And there's obviously some Harrah's sponsors here. There's a lot of people involved in the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce. And it's great because anything that's going on, in fact, the East Chicago Chamber of Commerce as well as Hammond's actually combined into one central location in downtown Hammond, John. They're at where the Steel-Toed Joe's is. That's where the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce is. And that whole building has been renovated, and we have some motorcycles represented here, which is great. You know, this is probably the last weekend that the motorcycles are going to be out for the police as well as these guys as well.
One of the last weekends you're going to see convertibles with their tops down.
That's exactly true. Hi, how are you? Happy holidays from Channel 16. We are live, and we are bringing this to you because as kind of a early Christmas present to you at home. Happy holidays from Smith Chevrolet and my good pal Dan Beagle. I have purchased 3 vehicles from that guy, so he's a good guy. Dan Beagle and Scouts represented. These are the I can't remember what they are. It's the Smith Motors something. Where is that at? Can you find it? Smith Motors Boy Scout 280. Right there. They were supposed to be at 44, but there they are. Smith Motors, Boy Scout 280. You know, it's raining a whole lot more here, but we're going to stick it out to the end.
Thanks again to our volunteers that are helping with the production.
They're the Calumet Clowns, Barbu, Punkany, and all of the other people. I'd like to... And antlers on a clown outfit.
Absolutely.
You can't really go wrong with that.
Classier.
The Calumet Clowns rock. I'd also like to say happy holidays to Brillo and Bongo, 2 of my
Everyone
good pals.
loves a clown.
Really. You know, John, you may not believe this, but yours truly has been a clown on a few occasions. Toothless was my name.
Here we see the Harding School Chorus.
Harding School Chorus. So if they're going to start singing, we're going to listen to them. But if not, they're throwing out candy at least. But yeah, Harding School Chorus. I believe Harding was represented in the Christmas Story, the Gene Shepard Christmas Story.
That is correct.
He went to Harding School.
That was filmed in Ohio.
Or Cleveland. Yeah, right.
In Indiana.
Exactly. Babes in Toyland, everybody. Yours truly was actually the master toy maker in the Morton High School 77 production of Babes in Toyland, because I was the only guy that could really sing that song. There's some gingerbread dudes walking around. You can never have enough gingerbread around the holidays.
Absolutely true.
John, where are you spending the holidays? I know you're probably spending and hanging out with your wife and stuff, but you going to the Walensky household?
We're probably going to be going to the Walensky household on Christmas Day, and then going to my wife's family the week after that.
We will be rebroadcasting this parade in its entirety. Let's listen to them real quick. If they're
Riley
singing.
Elementary.
Hang on just a minute.
Girl Scouts. We received a message thanks to technology, and that is that the rest of the parade is quite out of order, so we are going to be a little off here.
Hammond Holiday Parade. Rick, you have to help me. We're having a really good time here. It's great that we're finally getting covers on our equipment here, because you don't really like electronics in the rain, but it's great that we're both wearing hats. Yeah. We'd like to thank Rob Schultz, Georgine, Jared, Rich, Lance, Carlos, and Bobby for bringing all this stuff to you. And Michelle, and I'd like to thank John for always being here with me. John, I couldn't do this without you. I really couldn't.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I wouldn't want to do this without you, sir.
Well, I really appreciate it. Now, we also do a lot of live stuff throughout the year, not just on great events like this. We also do live coverage of the Hammond 4th of July festivities going on at Harrison Park, which I also hope continues, because for many, many, many years we've had legendary big band leader Bill Porter and his orchestra there to entertain
earlier in the
us.
broadcast, they always do the naturalization ceremony.
They do the naturalization ceremony
which
as
is
well.
to me kind of what 4th of July is all about.
John, that's
making
very
the country as strong as
adequately put. Hey, I think they're not singing, but they're just waiting. I see a couple other mascots in the background coming up, so we're going to do that. I think this is Mannheim Steamroller in the background. A good hi to my fellow Parks and Recreation head honcho, Kurt Vosti, who's walking around. He's a real good guy, and We really appreciate all the stuff he's done for Parks and Recreation over the years.
Mannheim Steamroller may actually be appearing at this parade.
You never know, and you never know when. You know, that's the great thing about the Hammond Holiday Parade. You never know. We are finding out stuff at the same time you at home are finding out. I'd like to say a special hi and happy holidays to my wife, my children, and my mom who's making holiday cookies. So, Mom, happy holidays. And, John, happy holidays to you as well.
Thank you very much.
Cub Scout Pack 232 is coming up. It's great that Pastor Swanson's right behind us because if they get out of order.
And I think our ability to read for to be able to tell you
I'd like to
folks
thank
at home.
Rob for getting us this brand new state-of-the-art plasma screen this year. Hammond Parks and Recreation represented. Happy holidays to Jennifer Bassino, Bruce Williams. Jennifer Bassino has got Hammond Community Theater going, and Yvette Drizzle, and Bruce Williams, like I mentioned, and Tom Reese, and everybody there at Hammond Parks and Recreation. And here, ladies and gentlemen,
The Morton High
School's band's coming up. The first time ever, Morton High School was actually in the Chicago Thanksgiving Day Parade last week.
Is
Was it
that
last
right?
Week? It was last week.
I
yeah.
had no idea. That's such a
First time
remarkable
ever.
achievement for them.
And I know Josh Moska, who has been fighting a cold, which we all have this week. It's been this crazy weather.
Absolutely.
He's gonna
Sitting
be
in the rain is
performing.
probably not going to help us.
There's Roller Dome Skating rink on Goslin. Hi to Pam Mitchell, and happy 50 years, I think they've been in business. So it's great.
You
Here's
said last year.
well, then maybe it's 51. Here's Hammond Morton High School Marching Band. Let's listen to them, shall we?
Morton Governor.
Morton High School, under the direction of Nancy Talley, marching in front of you. And we ask that you please back up so that they can perform. We'll have to have it cleared if you don't. Morton High School Marching Band, their flags, their dance and drill team. They marched in the State Street Parade, and then they thought they'd take a step up and come here to Hammond. How about one more round of applause for the Marching Governor Band?
You see, Dave, they're the Morton Governors.
Yeah,
So they
that's it.
dress how governors dress.
Very cool. Very
In a
prestigious,
tuxedo and a-
kind of
and a
very
red
nice.
bow tie.
Yeah. You know what? As we always get these every year, we never really know what the heck is going to be happening. But this is Olympia Lanes. A good hi and happy holidays and Merry Christmas, seasons, greetings, and all of that to my good pal Mike Cozy at Olympia Lanes, and he is a very cozy individual. He really is. Olympia Lanes actually had sponsored the state bowling tournament here. A lot of people go to Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, but we actually had it here.
Northwest Indiana, that's the place
It's
to be.
anything that we can have happen here in Hammond, it's going to happen.
Go-karts and small little scooters.
And Michelle's Dance Studio is what that is, I guess. It's going to be hard to dance in those, but the great candy cane and the garland and all that other stuff is kind of neat. Michelle's Dance Studio, they're going to be performing, and when they do, we will be cutting to them. I'd like to say that we are going to be rebroadcasting this parade in its entirety tomorrow evening at 7 with an encore presentation Monday evening at 9 p.m. So it's great that we're here, and John, it's great that you're here with me, Michelle's Dance Center. Thanks very much.
You know, I always see you.
Yeah.
And I always want to get out.
We have people saying Merry Christmas to me that always watch Channel 16, so Merry Christmas to everybody. Fans of the channel. As soon as Michelle's Dance Center gets ready to dance, which I'm thinking that's what they're here for.
Should be happening momentarily.
We're going to do it, and they're all going to be judged, and then all the awards and trophies are going to be handed out at Woodmar Mall where this parade ends. So let's cut to the stage right now.
Dear Santa, I live in Hollywood, but it's not like in the movies where Christmas is always snowy white. On my list is just one wish, that it will snow tonight. When the snow comes down in Tinseltown, you'll be dancing in Hollywood. Slipping and a sliding and a sleigh riding all over the neighborhood. You'll be rocking and a stocking on your head so the cold won't get to you. On Christmas Eve, you can believe the wishes do come true. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown. On Christmas Eve, you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. You close your eyes and to your surprise, you see the reindeer fly. As choirs singing fa la 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 go walking by. You're singing and ringing right along with church bells in the air. It seems so real that you can feel the snowflakes in your hair. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown. On Christmas Eve, you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. In the morning when you awake, your face all shiny bright. And when you look outside, you see the palm trees dressed in white. Dear Santa, thank you. Thank you for that perfect Christmas day. Gliding down the streets of Hollywood in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown. On Christmas Eve, you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown. On Christmas Eve, you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown. On Christmas Eve, you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown. On Christmas Eve, you will believe when the snow comes down in
You know, John, that was great. And you know, we haven't heard the same Katie Courics that have the heater and you know the nice table. We're here in the elements just like everybody else to enjoy it and to feel the holiday season being brought in just like everybody else. And so it's great that I'm able to be here with John every year. And we have a whole nother troupe coming up here.
This is again Michelle's Dance.
Michelle's Dance again. Let's cut to them right now.
I live in Hollywood, but it's not like in the movies where Christmas is always snowy white. On my list is just one wish, that it will snow tonight. When the snow comes down in Tinseltown, you'll be dancing in Hollywood. Slipping and a sliding and a sleigh riding all over the neighborhood. You'll be rocking and a stocking on your head so the cold won't get to you. On Christmas Eve, you can believe the wishes do come true. Oh, when the Santa. Thank you. Thank you for that perfect Christmas day. Gliding down the streets of Hollywood in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown, on Christmas Eve you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown, on Christmas Eve you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown. Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown, on Christmas Eve you will believe when the snow comes down in Tinseltown.
One test, two, one test, two.
Oh, when the snow comes down, oh, in Tinseltown.
The showmakers from Michelle's Dance Center are providing
When the snow comes down.
groups 1, groups 2. About to come before you now is another one of our bands, again from Hammond. This one is Hammond High's band, under the direction of Van Bylan.
Christ Lutheran Church, waiting for the Hammond High School
Marching band,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Hammond High School Marching Band. It's great that Michelle's Dance Center had so many different people represented in different ages. So as soon as they get up here, we're going to cut to them, and I'd like to thank Jared for covering our monitor, which is kind of neat.
Yes.
It's that holiday
We have
black color.
Much,
Let's-
much less danger of electrocution now.
Right. You need to stay behind the barricades, as Pastor Swanson is saying, but it really doesn't matter because we don't have any barricades.
No one that can
by
hear
us.
us.
No, really, nobody that can
No,
hear
so
us
neither
unless
will
they have our little remote. But this is Hammond High School Marching Band coming up. I'd like to say hi to Rich Buckler and Jared and Bobby, Lance, Carlos, and Georgine, and
All of our wonderful volunteers.
all of our volunteers, and Rob Schultz. He's my good pal. All right, let's go to the Gabbett High School Marching Band right
This
now.
is the
and
Hammond
let's-
High School Marching Band.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Hammond
No,
High
no,
School.
it's
Thanks.
all right.
Those are the Wildcats, though, correct?
I believe so.
Thanks.
You see, Dave, it's no longer enough just to be able to play oboe in a marching band. Now you have to dance as well.
Dance and play. The Hammond High School Marching Band. It's great that they're all represented here. We have several bands, several Pomcats represented. We have a guy that's videotaping us over there. He's going to be doing stuff later for his house, decorating the tree. We have a lot of people that are big fans of Channel 16 that watch the channel religiously. And that's not even just the religious programs, but we have a lot of various floats, various inflatable Aperture,
balloons,
whatever
yes,
you want to,
absolutely.
whatever you want to say they are, and they are the
This looks like Tiger Plumbing.
Tiger Plumbing, I guess, is who they are. Yeah.
It's Tap It, the Tiger.
Yeah,
He wants to
tap
fix
it,
your
the
pipes.
Tiger. He wants to, or clean your pipes, whatever that is. But yeah, they're represented here, bringing in the holidays like all of our other parade participants. We are live, and we'll be rebroadcasting this parade in its entirety tomorrow evening, Saturday at 7, and Monday evening at 9 p.m. So thanks a whole lot for tuning in. There's a whole lot more to come. John Walensky's here with yours truly, Dave Innes, and we appreciate you staying here the whole time. I wonder how long it took to paint that van in that tiger scheme. That's very cool.
There we see on this bear.
Winnie
looks
the
like a bunch
Pooh
of
is
bears.
represented.
Winnie the Pooh is one
a
of them.
toy soldier, maybe it looks like over here. So it's kind of great. Tiger Plumbing for all of your plumbing needs. We'd also like to mention your time, a program that anybody can be on to do or say whatever they want for 5 minutes, hosted by this guy. You want to tell everybody about that?
Proud to be associated with. Anyone who wants to can come on live television for 5 minutes to do or say whatever it is they'd like to do. As long as you're not advertising commercial goods.
Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Absolutely.
5 minutes of free time. And we have
To be
people
on
that
that
have been
program, you need to call 852-4724
is the number to be on there. We also have other programs on that. We have Ladies Night, which is Bobby Trail and Stephanie. Oh my gosh,
Anything goes
it's
for
worth
that show.
having cable just for that.
Television? You wanna
Psychic
tell,
TV,
folks what
Tuesday
that's all
nights
about?
between 5 and 6:30. Literally the most popular program on the channel for some reason. Yours truly hosts it with Ben Moondancer and a zillion other psychics. Call and get psychic readings. It's been on for 8 years. So we're gonna go to some cheerleaders here now. They are the Maywood Elementary School Pom Cats. So let's listen to them right now.
They're from way up north, but they real good. Okay. Yeah. A little younger group, but they're good.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as they got the will to drive and they're kicking some butt.
Yeah. Thanks, Rich.
Oh, you're welcome, Garrett. Not a problem, guys. He's in there with Georgine and another young lady sitting in there.
Maywood Elementary Palm Squad.
Hey yo, on the West Coast, y'all know that dude with the black boots, red suit? Yeah, he coming through. Y'all better be good though, you ain't gonna see Santa in your hood. Let's go. What? Yeah. Y'all better get your attitudes together. Let's go. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out if you're naughty or not. Come on. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah, come on. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Come on. He's making a list. Oh, and he's checking it twice. Oh, naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Little toy drums, booty toot toot, and a bump bump bump. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids and girls and boys then will have a jubilee. They're gonna build a toyland around the Christmas tree. You better watch out. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. I hit Santa on a two-way to see if he coming through. I hit me back with a message
Man,
said.
I'm stuck in St. Louis.
He said,
Be patient, Fizz, I'll be on my way.
2 seconds later, hit this fool coming down my chimney. What happened to Rudolph? You not cool with him no more?
Man, that fool old and slow, had to take this 6-4. Anyways, here's your eyes.
Where my rock?
Outside.
Where my dumb?
My bad, dog. Yo, I got you next time.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. Cause I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Help me sing now. He's making a list.
all night. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry. Don't tell you why. He's coming to town. Oh, check it. He's making a list, checking it twice. Come on, you're not Santa Claus is coming to town. Ooh, yeah.
Maywood Elementary Pom Squad. Let's give it up for them. Under the direction of Mia Jones.
Mr. Swanson said that was Maywood Elementary, and I believe they said Santa ain't coming to your hood, Maywood, or something like that. That was it. That was the song, I believe.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I was just given this by the Hammond Robotics team, which will be represented later. That whole Segway, that cool Segway vehicle
Absolutely.
that you see that looks like the old. It is. It's sweeping the nation.
I think
you can ride the Segway. We're only plugging this because it's free of. It's a not-profit organization, non-for-profit. You can ride the Segway with a $20 donation to Team Hammond from 1 to 3 today at the school stuff, Calumet Avenue and 175th.
That Segway can do, you can do stunts on that.
It's amazing. John, I got to ride one. It's the coolest thing because you don't have to do anything but just lean forward to go forward.
Yes.
Here's the Lake County.
The St. Margaret's Mercy Healthcare Centers.
Yeah, the first hospital, it says right here.
Is that true?
Yeah, still first. St. Margaret has been in the city of Hammond, and they're also spreading out. Were you really?
That's true.
They're also out in a whole lot of other areas. So we have it's great to have a good hospital like St. Margaret's in the city of Hammond, which is great. And there's Santa, not the real Santa, obviously yet,
that
but
one's made of plastic.
He's on top of the van for St. Margaret's Mercy Hospital. Yeah, I mentioned the Hammond Robotics team. If you want to ride that Segway, it's really cool. It's just a $20 donation to them, and it's between. How is Frosty driving that van?
No, he's simply a passenger.
Yeah, at the school stuff, Calumet Avenue 175th, between 1 and 3 today. So, Hammond Robotics team. I have some information about them. It's the Hammond Robotics Beatty
Riding
machine.
that Segway, that's better than literally any thrill ride you can imagine.
Yeah, and there's the Hammond Area YMCA. The YMCA is celebrating 150 years. I cannot believe that.
It's quite a.
Yeah, I used to be a swim instructor, day camp counselor, camp director at the YMCA, so it's great that they're represented here. They have a lot of good programs for kids. They have sleepovers for Halloween, which is a safe place for kids to be. They have sleepovers for New Year's Eve.
We used to play. My family used to play touch football in that big lot. Well,
and they have a really cool gym that is kind of like has a rubberized floor, which is kind of neat. So, Young Men's Christian Association. Happy 150 years. It's great. So the Hammond Robotics team, Beatty Machine Robotics team, they are 3-time national champs and the only robotics team that they have the most awards nationally in the world. So it's kind of neat.
Talented young men and women.
1980s, 97, 2001, and 2002. There is the Segway we were talking about. And if you notice, John, that person's hardly moving at all.
No,
to move
absolutely.
forward, you just lean forward.
And if you can look at the look on her face, she is thrilled to be on that thing.
Yeah, I didn't know, but there's my good pal Daryl Noble's wife right there holding that bucket.
I look
right
forward
there.
to the day when we all have Segways and none of us have to walk any longer.
Well, the great thing, it was the Segway inventor was actually a robotics team member. So he came up with the Segway called the Human Transporter, is what it is. And there's Riley Elementary School, I want to say. It says Riley right there, John.
I went to Riley.
Did you really?
I did.
And there's Team Hammond Robotics, national champs, 97, 2001, and 2002. The Mayor Delo, has been very supportive, giving them generous donations to keep that going. There's Mike Beatty of Beatty Machine. Bill Beatty, I want to say, sorry. Because I always say, Bill Beatty, won't you please come home? Remember that song?
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, Bill Beatty in the background of Beatty Machine. So we're going to hear these cheerleaders right now.
Hammond Robotics cheerleaders.
So hang on.
Calm down, they're so nervous.
Aruba, Florida Keys. There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melting in your hand. We'll be falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band. Down in Kokomo, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go to the Kokomo? You can make it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. We gotta go, Martinique, that Montserrat mystique. Put out to sea, we'll perfect our chemistry. By and by we'll defy a little bit of gravity. Afternoon delight, cocktails and moonlit nights. That dreamy look in your eye, give me a tropical contact high. Way down in Kokomo, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go to the Kokomo? We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. We gotta go.
The Riley Roses dance team from Riley Elementary School.
School's dance team. But you know what? John did a real good, without us knowing that previously, said the Hammond Robotics cheerleaders. That was
No,
great.
they don't
Yeah,
have cheerleaders.
But
Doesn't
they
make
should.
any sense.
Well, yeah, that's the Riley Elementary School cheerleaders. Those,
It's
the
a
Roses,
song,
that was
the exact song you want to hear on a cold day like this. Songs
remember
reminding
that
you of
Rose
warmer
thing?
climates.
It said Rose in here, right? So
Yes,
remember we
yes.
wondered that? It's the Riley Roses dance team is what that is. There's a team Hammond Robotics, and there's Riley's
Some more
truck,
in
by the
a-
way,
in
and
a
all those
truck?
great
Sure.
antlers. You know, those antlers are heated, so it keeps their head warm.
Good,
You know, that's
because
the
I was going to say they should be wearing coats, but if they've got heated antlers,
yeah, because
everything's
you
all
keep
right.
your antlers warm, you keep your body warm. That's
Most of
usually
your
what
heat
it
goes
is.
out through your antlers.
Yeah, there's our Hammond Robotics team, Team Hammond, and it's great. We had Daryl Noble come here earlier, and Bill Beatty from Beatty Machine, and the Segway. We saw the Segway earlier, and we have so many kids from all different schools in Hammond involved, and that's the great thing. We even have a former professional baseball player that was actually helping with that team.
It's true.
So I mean, we have a lot of people helping. So the Hammond Robotics team. There's one of our robots right there. Let's watch him and pay attention because the School City of Hammond robots can do a whole lot.
I don't think that's a real robot. I think that's
He's just the parade robot.
The daylight's fading slowly, but time with you is standing still. I'm waiting for you only. The slightest touch and I feel weak. I cannot lie from you. I cannot hide. I'm losing will to try. Can't hide it, can't fight it. So go on, come on, leave me breathless. Tempt me, tease me, till I can't deny this love and feeling. Make me long for your kiss. Go on, yeah, come on.
Riley Elementary cheerleaders.
A few more Riley Roses there.
We have a fan of the Channel 16. Introduce yourself and say happy holidays to somebody else.
KJ, happy holidays, everybody.
All right. See you later. Always good to see you. Yeah, and I was just saying it's getting a little bit chilly. Now I'm a little bit warmed up here. There's the Segway, Hammond Robotics team. I was told to mention, since this is a not-for-profit organization, you can ride this very Segway for $20 at the school stuff at Calumet Avenue and 175th today between 1 and 3. If you are, in fact, watching this live, today's Saturday, right now.
Yes. If you're watching it tomorrow, please don't go there because they will not be there.
Right. I don't think they will. And we're also going to be rebroadcasting this Saturday evening at 7 p.m. and Monday evening at 9 p.m. So Sunday at 9. Thanks, Rob. Hey, you know what? If I said that earlier, it's not going to be on Monday. It's Saturday at 7, Sunday at 9. Oh my gosh! All right, Sunday at 7 o'clock, Monday at 9 o'clock. I don't know if I said that all night. I don't think I've been correct the whole time. So, ridiculous. Season's greetings right there. Did that say what did that say? Botanical Gardens? What did that say? I didn't know what that said.
I think that's still robotics.
Yeah, Hammond Robotics team. Bill Beatty, Daryl Noble, and the whole gang. All right, we're going to be rebroadcasting this tomorrow, Saturday at 7.
No, today is Saturday.
Oh, it is.
Tomorrow is
Sunday at 7 and Monday at 9. Gosh darn it. You know, I've been doing this forever.
It's Friday?
Is it?
No,
Who are you?
it's not.
John Walensky, Dave Innes here. You know, that's the beauty about live television. It is Saturday. We are live. Sunday at 7, Monday at 9. Keep reminding me of that, will you?
You got it.
We have more stuff to come at the Hammond Holiday Parade 2003 edition, and we have people cheering behind us. We have some more oh my gosh, look at that. Let's Cheer America coming here. I didn't even have them on here, did you?
No.
Cheer America. Let's listen to them. They're not cheering yet, but they're going to. I think they're lining up. There they are.
You don't have.
Here's one and the other one's like,
Oh gosh, they're in there, huh? Oh, that's how they came down here? Well, good for you guys. Jeez, great. Cheer America. Wayne, Michigan.
Jazz Dance Company.
Dance Company. You got to say it like that again, John. Try it again.
Ultimate Jazz Dance Company.
There you go. It's kind of neat that way. When they start dancing, we're going to cut to them right now. We have, this is like, I guess, the second dance troupe. We have Michelle's dance studio out here earlier, so we're anxious to see them perform a festive holiday song. They're doing it right now. We are live. We'll be rebroadcasting this. Did I tell you Sunday at 7 and Monday at 9? Yeah. Titter, Bobby Trail, Rich Buckler,
Carlos Godinez, Michelle Strasser,
Georgine Petrosky. But I don't think that's really her name anymore. She's married, but I know her as Georgine Petrosky.
That's her.
And Rob Schultz.
Her studio name.
Yeah, that's her studio name. Purdue University Calumet is coming up. John and I are both alumni from them. From there as from them. From there. It's great that they're represented. In fact, we're having our Christmas party there this year at Purdue Center.
The Purdue logo we see being depicted as a person with arms and legs.
Very cool. You know what? I was kind of disappointed that they got rid of that Boilermaker guy, Purdue Pete. Remember him?
No, I don't. But this is the new mascot, Purdue. Sealy, Mick Sealy.
Yeah, what did it ever finally cost you to graduate when you graduated about 4 or 5 years ago?
Oh, I have no idea.
Really?
I didn't tally it up. I didn't want to be depressed.
Yeah, it's great. We have some cheerleaders represented in the background, too. We're going to get to them as soon as they start performing. We're on Saturday. Did I tell you it's Saturday right now? And Sunday night at 7, we're going to be rebroadcasting this. And Monday at 9. So it's great. These are the Hammond Hawks, I want to say, is who they are. So A lot of them are walking by and saying hi, happy holidays, and season's greetings. But they're going to start performing, and when they do, we're going to cut to them. It looks like they're lining up to do just that. So let's listen to them right now. And it's great that we have moms here, too. The Pop Warner Hammond Hawks right here.
Party! 4, party! 3, 2, 1, let's do it!
The Hammond Hawks cheerleaders, to Pop Warner League.
Hey, we're back, John, and it finally has stopped raining. The Hammond Hawks, Pop Warner cheerleaders. It's great. When they start cheering at such a young age, you just got to go on to even better and better things. So,
these are the Hawks themselves.
what a great float. The fireplace, the little Santa stockings hanging there, so that's kind of cool, and they're all ready to go, the Hammond Hawks. So how are you? Happy holidays. And she has the little remote controlled TV in there. She could hear me actually saying that, which is why she waved on cue, so it's great. These guys are going to be doing something pretty soon, so let's watch them and see what they're going to be doing. They're lining up for something, John. I can't wait.
They're running a play.
Jumping jacks working out.
About to come in front of you now.
Yeah. Here we have Horace Mann from Gary, Indiana, Horace Mann High School. This is great because it's great anytime we have bands here, and as I said, we haven't really heard the same selection of music. So here we go. Let's listen to them right now. Horace Mann High School from Gary, Indiana, everybody.
Horseman Marching Band from Gary, Indiana.
To have them in the Hammond Holiday Parade.
Yeah, I really appreciate us being in the vicinity that we're at because we're right by by the judges' platform where all these bands and Pomcats and all those people have been performing. And if we don't really immediately recognize on our monitor right here, that's what this is right here. It's our monitor, very aptly covered from rain by Jared Brown. Pastor Swanson will let us know what's going on from Christ Lutheran Church. Christ Lutheran's always been our warming center here too. I think they charge a little bit too much for water, but it's great that they're here because we couldn't have power or anything like that without them. So we have so many more people entering here, John, and the great colors, greens and blacks and purples and golds.
Colors, absolutely.
Can you read what these people's shirt says?
No,
Does it say
something?
anything?
I think this might be Siempre Caliente because their shirts are on fire.
That's who it is. You know, and what did you say that meant?
Always hot.
Always hot. There you go. Happy holidays.
Hot, on fire.
It's great that you took Spanish. I took German, but they're going to be performing. So when they do, we're going to cut to them right now, which is what we're going to be doing. So please stay tuned, everybody. Happy holidays from Channel 16.
Siempre Caliente.
From Santa Claus. Girl, I'm begging you, don't be mad at me. I forgot it's Christmas and you're all so hard to try to please. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't know what to do. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't have a gift for you. I can give you ay, ay, ay. All you need is ay, ay, ay. Un poquito ay, ay, ay. On this Christmas night, yeah. Underneath the magic mistletoe. Girl, my gift of love is coming from the heart. Peace on earth, goodwill to all starts right here where we are. Everybody sing. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't know what to do. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't have a gift for you. I can give you ay, ay, ay. All you need is ay, ay, ay. Un poquito ay, ay, ay. On this Christmas night, yeah. Christmas and I don't know what to do. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't have a gift for you. I can give you ay, ay, ay. All you need is ay, ay, ay. Un poquito ay, ay, ay. On this Christmas night, yeah. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't know what to do. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't have a gift for you. I can give you ay, ay, ay. All you need is ay, ay, ay. Un poquito ay, ay, ay. On this Christmas night. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't know what to do. Ay, 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 it's Christmas and I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Siempre Caliente, a lot of salsa music, and it was really cool. That means, again, Siempre Caliente means...
Always hot.
All right.
I took Spanish so I could better communicate with my friend and
Thanks
brother.
very much.
Godinez.
Feliz Navidad, John.
Thank you very much.
And Fröhliche Weihnachten to everybody in our German viewing audience. John actually saw Mr. C himself, Chris Kringle, Mr. Claus, and all that in the background, so the party may be winding up. But this are the Hessville Vipers. They were very proudly represented at the Hessville Little Red Schoolhouse Parade. It's a brand new team in Hammond.
Pop Warner team.
And that's a great logo, the V and the S being the fangs of the Vipers. Let's listen to them right now. 3 teams in the playoffs, he said. Ladies and gentlemen,
Of course, the Hammond Viper cheerleaders.
Yeah, no, the Hessville Vipers is what. Well, Hammond is Hessville and vice versa. But yeah, they're a brand new team, and a good Merry Christmas to my pals John and Carol McCormack, who are very involved. Not McCormick, McCormack, very involved in the Hessville Vipers. So if nothing else, support them by buying one of their hats or one of their T-shirts because they're really, really cool. And it's great that we have another team like that in the city of Hammond. You know, my good pal Rob Schultz just told an innocent bystander that this being Saturday, we have an encore presentation tomorrow evening, which is Sunday at 7, and then Monday evening at 9 p.m.
So the weird thing is the bystander didn't even ask him when it was going to be ready.
Really?
He just yelled at him.
You know what? I may have been saying all along tomorrow at 7, so that may have worked. But Pastor Swanson's saying, oh my gosh.
This is the Hammond Holiday Parade Volunteers.
Sponsored by
Nick's Liquors.
There you go. Hey, any and all information. There's the limousine.
These are
company,
performance limousine.
It's, you know what, that started a block away, and it's,
there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Ho ho ho, everybody! Merry Christmas! Did you hear Santa? We had that microphone hooked up there, John, and I think it's great that he decided to come here all the way from the North Pole.
Absolutely, he's busy. This is a busy time of year for him. Making presents, going to parades.
Yeah, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus right down Indianapolis Boulevard. We're proud and privileged to have Santa here because he is very busy this time of year, as John said, and it's great that we've been able to bring you this little bit of holiday cheer by bringing you the Hammond Holiday Parade 2003 edition, as we always have. I'd like to mention Rob Schultz, Georgine Petrosky, Jared Brown,
Carlos Godinez, Rich Buckler, Michelle Strasser.
I'd like to mention that Santa is here courtesy of Van Til Supermarket.
Van Til Supermarket.
Hi to Frank Van Til and all of the other Van Tils out there.
Bobby Trail. Lance Titter.
And we mentioned Rich Buckler and all the other people that are at home watching this, because we really wouldn't even be doing this holiday parade coverage if you weren't watching at home. And it being Saturday, did I mention that Sunday's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Sunday.
7 o'clock in the evening. A live, actually a rebroadcast of this live event. And then Monday evening at 9 o'clock. So there's one of our National Guard vehicles represented, which is real good.
I can't tell if that's part of the parade or if that's just traffic.
I'm sure it is. That's our National Guard representative. And you know what? I think this is the end of the parade because I see our civil defense guys.
I'm not sure if that's part of the parade or if they just ordered marching law.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, we are glad that everybody was able to attend the Hammond Holiday Parade today.
As we can see in the distance, the real world is encroaching on our wonderful holiday bubble we've created for ourselves.
Yeah, and if you ever want to, do something yourself on television, television, by all means, take the free television production workshops that are adequately and expertly taught by Rob Schultz. Thursday evenings. They last 6 weeks long. They teach you all the fundamentals of television production. Well, it's been a great run. We've thanked all the people involved, for Rob Schultz, Georgine, and all of the other volunteers. And John Walensky, would you like to say anything before we go?
Just like to say to the people of Hammond and East Chicago, enjoy your holidays, folks.
Thanks for watching the Hammond Holiday Parade 2003. I'm David Innes. We'll see you again next year. Happy holidays, everybody.
Goodbye, folks.